What's going on, guys? I'm your host Francis Beau, here to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on anything going on in the world of entertainment. And today I'm here to give you guys my review of the most highly anticipated film of 2017, and that would be Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I just watched it last night. I took the 9:15 p.m. showing, and I didn't get home till very, very late, so please excuse me if this review is going to be a little bit late. It's just that I just had some stuff to do today, and also I did not get home until later. So finally getting to do my review, so let's get down with the review for Star Wars Last Jedi. Of course, this will be a non-spoiler review, so if you have not seen Star Wars Last Jedi, do not worry, I will not spoil anything that happens in the movie. I'm going to talk about the stuff that I liked, some of the things I did not like, and then give you guys an overall score out of 10. So, let's get into our review. So, Star Wars Last Jedi, of course you guys all know, takes place after The Force Awakens, and based on the trailers, it deals with Rey, Luke Skywalker, and Kylo Ren. That's all I'm going to say. That's really all you need to know about the story. Because if I say anything else further, it's going to go into spoiler territory. But let's get into what I liked about the movie, what I did not like about the movie, and my overall score out of 10, as we always do. So let's start with the positives first for Star Wars: The Last Jedi. What were some of the positives for this film? Well, the very first positive I gotta get right off the bat with Star Wars Last Jedi is the battle sequences. The battle sequences are excellent. I dug all the battle sequences. Of course, there's their traditional space battles. There's a lot of ground battles as well, and I ate them up. I thought they were all very, very well done. I thought they were all very, 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 very well choreographed, very well, laid out. I thought they were just very, 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 very cool. There's also some mini battles in certain areas, and I really love those battles a lot. There's one battle in particular that I really liked, but we'll talk about more about that in the spoiler review. But needless to say, the battle sequences were top-notch. I really, really liked the battle sequences in this movie. The other thing that I really liked about the movie is the returning characters. I loved Rey in this movie. I did not really dig her a whole lot in The Force Awakens. I thought she was good in The Force Awakens, but I just didn't. I needed to know more about the character. Now in The Last Jedi, now that we know more about this character, I actually like her character more. I think I learned to appreciate Rey more in this movie. And also Kylo Ren was awesome. I gotta say, Kylo Ren was also really, really good. He is definitely a force to be reckoned with. He is a great bad guy character. You see this character going through a lot in this movie. But the three main characters that go through a lot in this movie are Rey, Kylo Ren, and Luke Skywalker. These three go through a lot in this movie, and Kylo Ren especially, he goes through a lot in this film. Which then leads me to Luke Skywalker. We knew Luke was going to be in this movie, and I loved the amount of screen time that Luke got. He was great. I love Mark Hamill. I love him playing Luke, and of course as the Joker. I really, really liked him in this movie. He brought a different angle to Luke that we haven't seen before, and I really, really liked the new approach to Luke. I thought it was very, very well done, and it made sense in terms of the story. So yeah, really, really liked the Luke Skywalker in this film as well. The other person I also really love, and I gotta give big props to, is Princess Leia, played by Carrie Fisher. She brought a wonderful performance in this film. I thought she did a really, really well done job in The Last Jedi. She brings it. She does a really good job. There's a really powerful and beautiful moment with her, and I'll talk about it more in my spoiler review, but needless to say, I really, really dig a certain scene involving Princess Leia. So those are pretty much all of my... Oh yeah, also the other thing that I also really loved about the movie is the story itself. The story itself is something that you wouldn't expect. Let's just put it that way. There's a lot of twists. There's a lot of stuff that you don't expect to see. And it really brings... It's really a big surprise because, we all have theories of what this movie is how it's going to play out. But when we see it for what it is, it's completely different from what we're thinking. And depending on how you view that, if it's a good thing or a bad thing, I take that as a good thing. I'm glad that I went into this movie expecting one thing, but I got another thing, and that other thing ended up being something really, really cool. Um, so yeah, those are all my positives. So now let's get into the negatives. What are the things that I did not like about Star Wars: Last Jedi? A couple of minor things I did not like. The first thing that I did not like, and you probably heard this from a lot of other reviewers, is the side plots. There are a few side stories that happen in The Last Jedi, and I didn't hate them, but I didn't really. I felt like we could have gone without the side stories, or if we had the side stories, we could have made them a little bit shorter, because there's one side story that just keeps going on, and it's not bad. It does have impact with the story, somewhat, but it's nothing that we really need to like focus on. Um, but we'll talk more about that in the spoiler review. What the side stories were, and like I said, there's one side story that I just did not like, and we'll talk about it more in the spoiler review. The other thing that I did not like is the new characters. The new characters that they brought into The Last Jedi, I felt that they were underused, and we just didn't really get to know a whole lot about certain characters. There's a new character, you probably have read in articles, not a spoiler, but it's a character named Rose. I felt like she was completely underused. I feel like that she just didn't really serve too much for the story. There is an emotional element to her that we learn in the movie, which, again, I'll talk about in spoiler review. But other than that one emotional part or emotional element about her character that we see, she doesn't really do a whole lot. She just is just there. So, yeah, Rose was completely underused. I didn't think that she was. I just didn't really care for her. And then there's some other new characters there, and they're just there just to be there. And the last thing that I did not like, and we'll talk more about why I didn't like this certain character, and that was Snoke. Snoke and Captain Phasma. Yeah, I just did not like these characters. Snoke, Andy Serkis, in terms of his performance of Snoke, was great. I really loved the performance of Snoke, but the character of Snoke, I just can't care for. I just don't have much care for. But at the same time, the way that Snoke is used in The Last Jedi, I actually kind of appreciate how they use Snoke, because quite honestly, Snoke is kind of a boring character. Just from what we know about Snoke, he's kind of a boring character, and the things that they do with Snoke in The Last Jedi, I gotta say that I'm happy that they did them, but at the same time, I wish that they would have saved them for Episode 9. So, but yeah, and Captain Phasma. I mean, yeah. If you thought she was gonna get more screen time, you're probably gonna be disappointed. So, because she has like the same amount of screen time as she did in like The Force Awakens. It's yeah. She does have one cool scene, which again we'll talk about in the spoiler review. But yeah, overall, guys, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, it does have a few flaws, but in my opinion, those flaws are not too concerning and don't impact too much for the story and the other great elements in this movie. Like I said, it has a great story, great battle sequences, great character, improvement and character development for Rey, Kylo Ren, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia. I feel like they all have gotten their moments to shine in this movie, and I just had a lot of fun with this movie, guys. I know that a lot of people are divided about this movie, but for me, I personally really enjoyed Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and I'm very much looking forward to Episode 9. For my score, I'm going to give Star Wars: Last Jedi a 9 out of 10, an A-. I personally had a lot of fun with this movie, and again, I know that people are going to be debating whether this movie is good or not, and debating certain things that happen in the movie, but just as an experience and just watching the movie, I had a lot of fun watching this movie from start to finish, and I can't wait to see it again. So, yeah, that's it for my review for Star Wars: Last Jedi. I'll be doing a spoiler review tomorrow, and you guys let me know, what did you guys think of Star Wars: Last Jedi? Did you guys think it was better than The Force Awakens, which, in my opinion, I think it is? Do you guys think it's better than Rogue One, which I'm actually in the middle? I don't know. between Last Jedi or Rogue One. I'm still debating between those two, which one's better. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's it for my review for Star Wars Last Jedi. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, as we make these videos, Beau out. See you next time. Peace.